Yes, we are continuing again. We are continuing again with our question for clear, because we want to identify and understand clearly what is taking place. So there we are, members. There we are. Yes. So now here, these were the expected revenues and expected expenditure for that was the budget. Then now here, you are required to prepare in accordance with international public sector accounting standards. A statement of financial performance for the year. B, a statement of financial position as at those dates, as at 31st December 2019. So now, given such a question, there are some things, members, there are some things you need to actually note. In fact, what you can do is to note some things. There are some things you should actually note. Number one, keep an eye on the financial position, the financial period. When I say keep an eye on a financial period, make sure that you know the financial period, the accounts to prepare, each and every account, all accounts prepared, they must be within a specified scope. So now, here, the financial year for KCCA ends with 31st December 20. Here, 31st December 2019. So keep an eye here. This is the most important thing. Number two, what you should actually also put in your minds before attempting this very question or before attempting such questions. Make sure or you prove that your trial balance is balancing. The trial balance must be balancing. So when I talk of trial balance, the total debit side of this trial balance must be balancing with the total credit side. Let us actually see. What if I want to prove the 203,900? So I want to prove whether it is true that the figures I have are what? Are those ones, or they actually come to 203. So now here I can come and sum up, because I'm taking you through a little bit. Then let me sum up and see, and see if this trial balance of mine is really balancing. I want to see if it is balancing, because I will actually come down here and see. You see? So it means my trial balance is, debit side is 203,900, of which we have here. This is the figure. Let me also prove the credit side of the trial balance. The credit side of my trial balance. I also have to bring this one here, and I see whether my trial balance is balancing. So let me actually see, because I want to come here and prove whether the trial balance is balancing. Is it balancing or it is not balancing? So now if I can come here and look at this, really these figures are the same. So now that is point number two, what you should actually take into consideration. The trial balance must balance. So, 3, what happened? Something went wrong? No, don't Don't save. Members, am I? Yes, we are still. I'm still online. I'm still online, much as we still have some issues. So, 3. First, read through the additional information. Read through the additional information. The additional information you must read through, and actually, let me actually even minimize this one such that I can do what I can clearly know where I'm heading. Okay, I have this one. Read through the additional information. Read through the additional information such that you don't find yourself not coming. Read through the additional information. So we need to read through the additional information and see whether we have the right thing or not. Okay. So our additional information here, invoice bill. This is what I'm telling you because we are going to go through that. Read through the additional information. Then 3, determine the basis of accounting the question requires. You have cash basis, we have accrual basis, and now if we find something of the sort, such a statement that invoice bill of 6 million from National Water for that was discovered after the trial balance date, fine. But now there is a certain statement. That staff allowances 2 million, staff allowances for 2 million for the period ended this one were due and on demand. So meaning that they were due and demand. So this is an element of accrual base. Of the market store fees received, 50% rate to the forthcoming period. This is an accrual. So determine the basis of accounting. Then 5, open ledger accounts for each and every additional information. Each and every item here, if you want to get it very well, then you must actually use ledgers. I know some of my fellow colleagues out there, ledgers were actually a challenge, but this time they have to follow you up because that is the only way to go. Open ledger accounts for each and every item here. Ledger accounts for each and every item. Then prepare a PPE, that is property, plant and equipment schedule, or non-current assets schedule. After preparing a non-current assets schedule, then make a list of all items of income and expenditure. In other words, you will actually go to your trial balance. You'll go to this trial balance of yours. You extract incomes, because we know that incomes are credited. I don't know whether you still remember. This item. My fellow colleagues, you still remember this? Or I may not go back, but or assets. We usually say debit or assets and what? And expenses. Debit or assets and what? And expenses. So meaning that all assets and expenses must be on the debit side of the trial balance. Then you credit all income and liabilities. So meaning that all incomes must be on the credit side of the trial balance, all liabilities must be on the credit side of the trial balance. So that is what you have to know. You must actually